today about 3 seniors in the program, as well as 2 cheerleaders. Senior and their parents will be introduced and invited at the center board for a family photo. As well as a group. We have senior Courtney Capuchetti with their parents Carolyn and Bob Capuchetti. Next, we have senior captain Olivia Capello, accompanied by her parents Jackie and Joe Capello. And now for our basketball players. Start off with number 21, Captain David Miller, accompanied by his parents David and Kim and his brother Scott. Up next, we have number 24, Captain Christian Marsden, accompanied by his parents Dave and Bill and his brothers Dave and Kyle. And finally, we have number 2, Captain Tommy Crawford, accompanied by his parents Kelly and Tom and his brother Tyler. Now we ask all seniors and their parents to gather around the tee for one group photo. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up for the class of 2022 cheerleaders and basketball players.
Ladies and gentlemen, there's one more senior here with us tonight at the Romano. He stands up above, off left. Andrew, you guys know him as Deli. He is also the voice of Tewksbury Sports. senior Andrew Billerica. Congratulations.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Romano Gymnasium at Tewksbury Memorial High School for tonight's MVC boys basketball matchup featuring the visiting Billerica Indians and the Tewksbury Redmen. And now for tonight's starting lineups, first for the visiting Indians. At guard, senior number 0, Ryan Walker. At guard, senior number 1, Alex Sandler. At forward, junior number 2, Austin Brew. At guard, sophomore number 13, Josiah Diaz. And at forward, sophomore number 23, Brady Martin. And the 18 are coached by Mark Mashkulo. And now for your Tewksbury Redmen. At center, junior number 1, Ryan Cuvier. At guard, junior number 13, Michael Sullivan. At forward, senior captain number 21, David Miller. At forward, senior captain number 24, Christian Marsden. And at guard, senior captain number 2, Tommy Crawford. Redmen head coach is Steve Boudreau. And fans, at this time, we ask you to please rise and move your caps as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome inside the Romano Gymnasium at Tewksbury Memorial High School. Thank you for joining us on Tewksbury TV tonight. My name's Andrew Del Piano alongside Vince Allo. Vince, a very special matchup tonight as the Billerica Indians take on the Tewksbury Redmen here, senior night at TMHS, recognizing 3 seniors on the basketball club, as well as the 2 seniors on this cheerleading squad.
And as well as the senior voice for Tewksbury Memorial High School sports, you.
Thank you.
Deli. So congratulations to you. I hope you were surprised with that little announcement that I made for you. I spoke to Athletic Director Ron Druin this afternoon and said, this is what I'd like to do. He said, let's go for it. So speaking of going for it, earlier this week, this Tewksbury Ball Club tried to avenge a loss to Drake and held a good lead towards halftime. Let's see if they can have a performance tonight to avenge a loss earlier this season.
This ball game is underway. The Redmen winning the opening toss. They'll have starting is Cuvier, Crawford, Sullivan, Miller, and Marsden. Again, all 3 senior captains starting tonight for the Redmen, as they've usually done all season long. And a good matchup tonight with the Billerica Indians. Billerica comes into this ball game a 5-14 record with a 3-11 record in conference play. As for the Tewksbury Redmen, that lone win this season against Malden still stands. They are 1-17 with just 1 game left in the regular season in Billerica. This is their last game of the year, so they're going to leave it all on the floor tonight for the Indians. The senior guard, Ryan Walker, blocked by Tommy Crawford to start the ball game.
Rather emphatically, too, I might add.
But Crawford turns it right back over at the other end, dives on the floor, but it's going to be Billerica basketball off the jump.
And that hustle gets the applause of the Crawford
Billerica
faithful
ball.
Across the way here at the Romano, all decked out in their number 2 T-shirts over there, and the number 2 balloon hangs high above the bleachers as well. But again, turnovers, Andrew. We've talked about it all year long. We hate to harp on it, but it's been the thorn in the side of this Redmond ball club, and already tonight they have 1 out of the gate.
Minute into the first quarter of play. Still scoreless between the Indians and the Redmen. Call it a battle of the tribes tonight. Ryan Walker's scoop layup is short on that. And the rebound for David Miller. Redmen coming off the loss on Tuesday night to the Drake at Middies, as it was a close battle all throughout. But then Drake escaping late fourth quarter to get out of here with a victory. David Miller trying to get the Redmen on the board, and he does with a three. David Miller for three.
Nice way to start off senior night with the senior draining one from the left corner. 3-0 Tewksbury.
3:20 to go in the first quarter. David Miller opens the scoring for either team. 3-0 Redmen. Here's number 2, Austin Bruin. The turnaround is good. Austin Bruin. Billerica was led offensively in that last matchup against the Redmen back on January the 18th, in which the Indians won 70-55. Marsden had an open three but decided to pass it up. Redmen leading by 1. Miller, some miscommunication with Cuvier, and it's another turnover. 2 minutes into the first. 3-2 Redmen. Bruin will step behind the three-point line. Now will drive right at Marsden. Good interior defense by Marsden, forces the miss. Redmen back with possession, 5:35 left in the first quarter. Redmen were led offensively on Tuesday nights by Luke Monteo, who had a career-high 19. Out of bounds, Redmen ball, 14 seconds on the shot clock.
A special night for Luke tonight. Big
16th,
birthday.
16th birthday, Sweet 16. Hopefully he'll provide some major minutes off the bench tonight for the Redmen, as he's done so all year long. Just a sophomore, Vince.
Yep, and he was enormous the other night.
Speaking of enormous offense, Ryan Cuvier short on the layup. Cuvier had a team-high 19 when they went to Billerica with the loss early this year, and last off of the Indians. Out of bounds, Redmen ball.
Both teams aggressively in the man-to-man defense here early on in this first period. Approaching 3 minutes in, it's a 3-2 lead for your Redmen.
And both teams, a crosstown rivalry, something we always love to see. The Redmen usually get this matchup on senior night. Miller way downtown, yes! David Miller for three.
What time is it?
It's Miller time.
Thank you.
6-2 Redmen, 3 minutes played into the first. David Miller is 2 for 2. All of his points coming from behind the arc. They try to work the inside pass to number 23, Brady Martin, last off the Billerica Indians again. Out of bounds, Redmen ball.
It just means so much to Coach Boudreau and his offense when the M&Ms are knocking down those 3 points, Marsden and Miller. And right now, Miller has been the man so far. Another 3-ball left wing.
Speak of the M&Ms, as Miller almost hit another one right on cue in that connection of Marsden and Miller, the 2 senior captains. Billerica only 2 points in this ball game so far, but that changes. Ryan Walker for 3. Ryan Walker for 3. Walker has the first triple of the night for the Indians and makes it to a 1-point game again. Marsden in some traffic, doesn't matter. MC for 3. And the Redmen come out of the gates hot tonight.
All 9 points from 2 of the 3 seniors, all from behind the arc.
Halfway through this first quarter. Tewksbury 9, Billerica 5. Alex Sandlayer will step into a 3, is off. Sandlayer had 27 in the victory over the Redmen on January the 18th. The Redmen will definitely eye him down. Cuvier in the post, well contested by Sandlayer. The Indians, with some troubles in the backcourt, results in the turnover, and Crawford's going to settle it down.
It's a good look inside for Cuvier, but he should have spun to the base, the key side of it, instead of trying the off-balance leaner on the left side baseline. Crawford
backing down his man. He'll throw up a floater. Yes! Tommy Crawford.
Senior. All 11 points for the Redmen here in this first period.
Coach Boudreau calls Tommy Crawford the heartbeat of this ball club. He's going to be dearly missed next year because of his energy and what he brings every night to the floor. Another Billerica turnover. Out of bounds, Redmen ball. Timeout, Billerica. So the Redmen coming out of the gates hot. Three threes, I should say, and a 2 by Tommy Crawford. Has them out 11-5 with 3 minutes remaining in the first quarter.
Yeah, they're getting good looks on the perimeter, and they're knocking them down. But a real quietly, something that we maybe haven't noticed yet is normally at this juncture, just about 3 minutes left in the first period, Andrew, somebody in Tewksbury's ball club is in foul trouble. not to this point. Knock on wood, but they're sliding their feet tonight as opposed to reaching with their hands, and that's a good sign for Coach Boudreau.
It's been Ryan Cuvier's probably, I'd say, main problem all season long, getting into early foul trouble. You got to go to the bench early, and that's not something that Coach Boudreau wants to do with his top guy at the center position.
Absolutely, and when they're able to put Cuvier and Monteo into the lineup at the same time, it's rather imposing at both ends of the floor. So, obviously, as this season winds down, you can look ahead to the future and just imagine those two on the inside next year for this Redmond Ball Club. But first matter at hand is tonight with 3:03 left first period, and the Redmond Ball Club has come out firing on all cylinders at the offensive end.
Talking to Coach Boudreau before the ball game, he said he was excited to see that the Indians were going to start small tonight, so he goes to the bigs of Cuvier and then M&M, as we call them, with Miller and Marston, proven off to be a great start, 11-5 with 3 minutes left in the first.
Good crowd on hand here tonight as well on senior night at the Romano.
This team looking for win number 2 this season. Hopefully they can get it and get another home victory. Try to force the pass inside to Monteo, and it's a turnover. The Indians and transition. Brady Martin will set his feet. On the floor is Monteo. Crawford quickly back the other way with a strong left hand. Goes right at 2 defenders. Count the basket and 1. Tommy Crawford.
Well, let's look at it this way. All points now are going to be in the 3 variety if he knocks this free throw down.
Austin Bruin, his first personal foul, first team foul. Tommy Crawford will be at the line with 1 shot.
For the seniors, Miller with 2 threes, Marsden with a 3, and now Crawford with an opportunity to take you back in time, a little throwback, the conventional 3-point opportunity here if he converts, which he does.
And he does so. Redmond, largest lead of the night, 9. 14-5 the score in favor of the home team. And the referees just letting the players know to put the mask above the nose. That mandate will come to an end in schools at the end of February vacation. I believe the MIA said they are going to stick with the DESI guidelines about removing the mask for the upcoming state tournament games, which will be nice to see.
Confirm a rumor for me. Is yours orange?
It is
your
not.
mask? It's not orange. Not yet.
Great defense inside by the Redmen. It finds the hands of Monteo for the steal.
You don't start bleeding orange until the fall. You're all red now, aren't you?
Exactly.
Atta boy.
Redmond in control of the ball game, 2:15 remaining in the first. Carlton into the game along with Monteo. Coach Boudreau doesn't like what he sees, takes his first time out of the night. Timeout, Redmond.
It started with Carlton on the perimeter, losing the handle momentarily, and that kind of spiraled the offensive possession from that point. So a good timeout for Coach Boudreau. They're up 9, approaching 2 minutes left in the first period. Every possession is vital for this ball club because we know they have a tendency to go on turnover stretches here and let the teams back in. If they can convert out of this timeout, which they did not do on the coming out of the previous timeout, let's see what they draw up here at the offensive end.
If you're just joining us on Tewksbury TV tonight, Andrew Del Piano with Vince Allo. Here on senior night at the Romano, the Redmen honoring 3 seniors, Christian Marsden, David Miller, and Tommy Crawford, all for the basketball team, and then Courtney Capichetti and Olivia Capello for the cheerleading squad, cheering them on tonight. A good ball game here on tap tonight. The Billerica Indians in town to take on the Tewksbury Redmen. Billerica 5-14 this season, while the Redmen 1-17. As there is 2 minutes remaining in the first quarter with the Redmen, largest lead of the night at 9.
And speaking of cheerleading, this Saturday wraps up 4 consecutive trips to Vermont for me to DJ cheerleading competitions, as this coming Saturday it's the state cheer competition as well as the state dance competition. So I will, needless to say, I can count to 8 now. Those 8 counts that I hear, all the warm-ups, I got that down pat.
Back to the action we go, and a double dribble called against Carlton will go the other way. Double dribble violation, Billerica ball.
And Andrew, seriously, look up the word redundant, and it says, please see redundant. Well, that's what we're going to be right here. Out of the timeout, another turnover. Just can ill afford to keep that trend.
Luckily for the Redmen, though, a 9-point lead in their back pocket with 2 minutes remaining in this first quarter. Hard drive by Walker, goes off the glass, and he scores. Ryan Walker.
That was smooth, I might add.
It really was. Makes it a 7-point ball game. Redmen back on offense. Skip pass into the corner to Carlton. What a quick dish for Monteo. He's fouled from behind hard.
That was a beautiful feed from Crawford. My goodness, the no look. He found Monteo at the right side block. beauty, just a beauty.
Billerica fouls on number 2, Austin Burnett. His second personal foul, second team foul. Luke Monte will be at the line with 2 shots. Cuvier will come back into the ballgame, replacing Marsden. Billerica also bringing a pretty good crowd tonight. It's like we said, just crosstown rivals. It's always a battle when the tribes meet, Vince.
You love to see it. I just get more jazzed up when there's a big crowd on hand. You love it.
Well, it was so different last year with the pandemic. No one was allowed in this gym as Monteo airballs the second.
Much to the delight of the Billerica faithful that were right across the way, just outside the right hash mark.
And as I was saying, though, an empty gym last year. Just didn't feel like basketball. Now that we're back to some sort of normalcy, feels nice. Crawford with another block from behind. And this crowd getting on its feet at the Romano for the senior captain, Tommy Crawford. Nearly went coast to coast, but hits back iron. Minute 15 left in this first quarter. Redmond 14, Indians 7 here on senior night. Connor Gibson into the game for Billerica wearing number 12. Pass goes to the corner for Josiah Trabaz. 8 to shoot for the Indians as they move it around the perimeter. Turnover by Billerica. Out of bounds, Redmond ball.
You see the 0 under the fouls team-wise for Tewksbury?
It's nice
0.
to see. It's nice to see.
And that was a possession that summed up exactly why that is happening here tonight. They slid their feet, they did not reach, and it forced another turnover.
And it's been the message that Coach Boudreau's been preaching to this team all season long. Just play good defense. They were one of the worst teams coming into the season, allowing points per game. Hopefully that's not the case tonight. Last out on the Indians. Out of bounds, Redmond ball, 17 seconds on the shot clock. With just 39 ticks remaining in this first quarter, they go over the top to Monteo, who's double teamed in the paint and can't convert on the layup. Brady Martin, the lefty, has some space, in and out on the 3. Shot clock is dead, 25 seconds and counting left in the quarter. Redmond leading by 7 over the Billerica Indians. Carlton tightly guarded by Connor Gibson. Carlton able to step around him, the kick out to Cuvier. Redmond trying to work the whole clock, but it's intercepted by Martin. Trying to go quickly back the other way into the front court, and he's fouled at the buzzer. And I believe this one is on Cuvier. Redmond fouls on number 1, Ryan Cuvier, his first personal foul, first team foul. Brady Martin will be at the line with 2 shots.
Andrew, how close did we come to going the entire first period without a team foul?
About half a second as Martin knocks down the first. So this will be the last shot of the first quarter, trying to make it a 5-point game. And he does so. And fans, that's the end of the first quarter with the score that Tewksbury Redmond 14 and the Billerica Indians 9. So the Indians trailed by as much as 9 in that first quarter, able to cut this lead down to 5 as we are about to begin the second quarter of play. Vince, thoughts on that first quarter from either side?
Defense, especially at the Tewksbury side of the basketball. Definitely defense on the perimeter, forcing the Indians into late shot clock situations where they have to force something or, just a heave at the last second. But offensively, they're executing on the perimeter. It's on the inside they're having a little bit of struggles here tonight. Monteo and Cuvier unable to get, just not on track at this point, but they're getting the ball inside. So keep pounding it inside. But if these shooters, Miller, Marsden, can continue to knock down threes, it certainly changes the scope defensively that they're going to face the rest of the game.
After 1 quarter play, 8 minutes, Tewksbury 14, Billerica 9. Thank you for tuning in on Tewksbury TV tonight. Andrew Del Piana with Vince Allo on the call here on Tewksbury TV. Both teams breaking out of the huddle as the second quarter about to get started between the Redmen and the Indians in this MVC small basketball matchup. Last home game of the season for this boys basketball team. They'll close out their regular season 3 days from now when they visit at Malden. The team, they blew out here for their first victory of the year. And as for the Indians, this is their last game of the year, trying to walk out of their season with the victory against a crosstown rival in Tewksbury Redmen. Halfway through the Redmen shot clock, trying to get out of the cold streak that they're on. Carlton with a nice fake now goes up and knocks down the three. BC for three.
Just what they needed right at the shot clock expiring. Knocking down the pump fake, one dribble, bang.
And Brian Carlton, who started the season in a starting role, been moved to the bench. Trying to get some good minutes off the bench tonight for Coach Boudreau. What a great up fake that was by Josiah Chouibaz. Josiah Chouibaz. And Chouibaz has his first two of the night to make it a 6-point game with a minute into the second quarter. Monteo is able to escape out of the defense and lay it in. Luke Monteo.
Again, Monteo with that massive night on Tuesday against Drake. It gets his first 2 points of the evening. 8-point lead for the Redmen.
Pull up from Ryan Walker right in the face of Michael Sullivan. Ryan Walker. Walker with a smooth two to make it a 6-point game. Minute 20 into this second quarter. Redmen up by 6. Cuvier wasn't able to control the pass, but an Indian stepped on the baseline. Out of bounds, Redmen ball, 14 seconds on the shot clock.
Again, the Redmen still struggling to get the ball effectively delivered into the inside.
Marsden off the inbounds pass. It's a three. MC for three. And those two are just in the zone tonight. Miller and Marsden coming up when they need to the most. Back to the largest lead of 9. Good contest by Cuvier in the face of Zachary Tomasetti. Two minutes into the second quarter. Marsden put up a three as he was fouled. Billerica fouls on number 23, Brady Martin, his first personal foul, third team foul. Christian Marsden will be at the line with 3 shots.
Marsden knocked down the 3 from the left wing. Now he's got an opportunity to knock down 3 free throws from the charity stripe.
Was fouled as he put the ball up into the air. Nearly got a 4-point play as the basketball went in and out on the shot. Marsden gets the friendly bounce in the second, and substitutions will come in for either side.
Tell you what, though, Andrew, when shooters get the bounce like that, it's not a friendly bounce. It's a shooter's roll.
Gotcha.
Shooter's touch.
That's something that Marsden has possessed all throughout high school. Goes 3 of 3 at the charity stripe. Both teams making some substitutions as number 10, A.J. Sini, comes in for the Redmen, as well as number 10, Elijah Melinda.
I'm surprised Marsden didn't step
the Indians
to the top of the key to shoot those free throws. Comfort zone.
Double-digit lead for the Redmen, their largest of the night. Connor Gibson on the drive on the kickout. Tomasetti pulls one up, is short in the rebound for Monteo. Redmen in control with the basketball, 5:30 remaining in the first half. Cuvier trying to get on the block, but he stepped out of bounds with the ball last. Out of bounds, Billerica ball.
When you're trying to enter into the post from the wing, it's about angle. They did not have a good angle that time, and it forced another turnover. Take the basketball, a couple more dribbles, ball fake up, throw a bounce pass down, and that's how you convert.
Ball goes back into the hands of the Indians, trailing by 12. Few good fakes made by Tomasetti, but out of the hands of Melindua. Sini back the other way, throws it up. Wasn't able to convert inside. Here come the Indians with numbers. They fake the pass to the corner. Marsden well contests the shot by Steven Lankowski. Pace starting to pick up a little bit more here in the Romano. 2 teams in the MVC small. Malindua getting his hand in on Marsden, nearly stole it away. Over the top for Montejo. He's got the mismatch, nearly got the and one, but nevertheless, the foul against Billerica. Billerica fouls on number 23, Brady Martin, his second personal foul, fourth team foul. Luke Montejo will be at the line with 2 shots.
Better angle that time in the lob pass over the top to utilize the Montejo height advantage. Nearly converted that, but he's going to shoot 2.
And Montejo, we talked about earlier, the birthday boy, celebrating his 16th birthday today.
I'm going to give him a birthday present right here and right now. A made free throw. 0 for 3 thus far. So happy birthday, Luke. Make me proud. Knock this one down. I know you can do it. There you go.
I think he's got an ear piercing, Vince. You give him motivational speeches in between?
Whatever it takes.
But I think the Swedish president would be a victory tonight.
That too.
Free for the Indians. Back iron as Gibson put it up. 13-point Redmen lead with 4 minutes and change left in the second quarter. Cini looking for some options, threw it behind Crawford, and it's stolen by Billerica. And then Crawford call for the push. Redmond fouls on number 2, Tommy Crawford, his first personal foul, second team foul. So Crawford trying to argue his case there that maybe a little bit of flop against Tomasetti, but he's not going to win it.
To no avail.
Halfway through the second quarter. Tewksbury 26, Billerica 13. The defense being the story of the Redmen tonight. Speaking of defense, Montejo gets credited with the block. And Crawford caught it out of bounds. Out of bounds, Billerica ball. Montejo will go to the bench. The lanky 6'5" center, only a sophomore, but such a great addition to this ball club. Crawford wasn't expecting to get the ball in his hands. Will stay with the Indians. Out of bounds, Billerica ball. Almost kind of, look what I found, Vince, but just wasn't able to corral it in, wasn't ready for it.
So impressed so far tonight, Andrew, with this defense for Tewksbury.
They've been on clamps tonight. It's been the man defense, not that 2-3 zone that we've seen so far all throughout the year. Cuvier, a great rebound as he reached over Tomasetti off the missed 3. Redmond trying to extend their lead up by 13. 3:30 remaining in the second. Nice little play, Miller and Marsden. But Marsden can't knock it down. Billerica quickly into the front court. Gibson knocks down the 3 in transition. Connor Gibson for 3.
See if that provides a spark for Billerica. Gibson's going to be whistled for the foul.
Billerica fouls on number 12, Connor Gibson, his first personal foul, 5th team foul. So the 5th team of the night. Excuse me, 5th team foul tonight, I should say, against the Indians.
And only 2 so far against Tewksbury. Again, it goes back to their ability to play outstanding mistake-free defense.
Cini working the baseline, strip from behind. Wasn't able to stay with it, and then the Indians come out of the pack with it. Odd man rush back the other way. Gibson will set his feet. Back-to-back possessions with a 3. Connor Gibson for 3.
So I'd say yes, it did provide a spark.
Redmond. The junior, number 12, Connor Gibson, goes on a little 6-0 run by himself, as now this lead is back to single digits, 26-19, the score in favor of the Redmen.
And a quick timeout by Coach Steve Boudreau, stemming the tide momentarily. But we've talked about this again, Andrew, all throughout the season. Coming out of timeouts, let's see if they get a good look and can convert. Otherwise, it was a timeout that was not well spent. So this is, see what they draw up at the offensive end. Do they go inside to Cuvier? Do they go inside-outside with one of the M brothers? And, you know, there's a lot of options at that offensive end, but it means nothing if they turn the ball over. They have to protect the basketball.
60-year head coach Mark Mastrullo talking things over in the huddle for the Indians, while first-year head coach Steve Boudreau goes over things with the Redmen in his huddle. Well, some young coaches trying to rebuild their program as Billerica comes into the night 5-14, while the Redmen at 1-17. But the MVC, Vince, it's a heavyweight of a conference, and it is not easy to win in the Merrimack Valley. You really have to take every play for granted. Back to the action we go out of the timeout. 2:40 remaining in the second quarter. Cini on the hard drive with the left. He's fouled. And he'll get to the line to shoot 2. Billerica fouls on number 1, Zach Tomasetti, his first personal foul. 6th team foul. AJ Cini will be at the line with 2 shots.
Cini only a sophomore. You mentioned a moment ago, Andrew, about the tempo had picked up a little bit. I think the irony of that is it was right after Cini checked into the ball game. Provides that little spark and a little quickness at the point guard position.
And his younger brother, Amari Cini, who led the team in points per game last year, now playing as a sophomore at Bradford Christian Academy. Would have been his junior year here at TMHS. Great backdoor feed, but they can't make the layup. Lankowski had an open bucket. Redmond will look to capitalize on that, still leading by 9. The kick out, extra pass. Back to Marston off the catch, bang! MC for 3!
That's how you do it. Crawford drew the defender in and kicked it back to Marsden, and a no-doubter from the left wing.
And he is one of the best playmakers that this conference has to offer. Tommy Crawford, his vision is unlike any other. And it's been fun watching him over the last 2 years really grow and do such an exceptional point guard for this ball club. Now Cini trying to no-look pass of his own. Marston, the hot hand. Can't continue, though. Cini tries to go hard on the rebound, and he's whistled for the foul. Redmond fouls on number 10, AJ Cini, his first personal foul, 3rd team foul. And Vince, I don't know about you, but that's one of those plays that you more need to back off of. The taller guy gets the rebound. You don't really need to go down to him and
just let it
try
go.
to take that away.
You don't need a foul 70 feet from the basket. Just let it go. Your team is playing outstanding defense. Only 3 team fouls to this point. About a minute and a half left in the first half. Fall back a little bit and just address things at the defensive end.
31-19 the score in favor of Tewksbury. Under 90 seconds left in this first half. Coming off the screen is Sanlair, who's been kept in check all night. Walker for 3 from the wing, and it's good. Ryan Walker for 3.
His second three-pointer of this first half. He's got 10.
So the Indians trying to get back into the ball game with the 3 ball as the lead goes back down to single digits at 9. Monteo has to give it up. 15 left to shoot. Cini looking for that one-on-one with Gibson. He gets it. Great inside dish to Monteo, who lays it in. Luke Monteo.
Drive, draw, dish. Beautifully executed by Cini and Monteo.
Shades of Crawford.
Absolutely.
Gibson. Air ball's the 3 ball. And the Redmond student section's going to let them know about it. Out of bounds. Redmond ball.
It's all right, Connor. A lot of people will shoot an air ball when Ryan Cuvier is coming right at you with his left hand up.
Vince,
definitely a shot adjuster.
Not from experience, but trying to shoot a basketball over a 6'3" kid doesn't really seem too easy.
It's not fun.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock, 15 seconds left in the quarter. Crawford trying to eat up as much clock as possible on the possession. 5 to shoot. Monteo on the block. Look at that fake. It's a 2. Luke Monteo. And that will close out the first half. And that's the end of the first half, fans. The score, the Tewksbury Redmond 35 and the Billerica Indians 22. The Redmond with all the momentum right now as we've played 16 minutes here at the Romano. The score after 2 quarters, Tewksbury 35, Billerica 22. We'll take a short break on Tewksbury TV and be right back with more Redmond boys basketball here on senior night at the Romano. Stay tuned. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back inside the Romano Gymnasium at Tewksbury Memorial High School. My name is Andrew Del Piano with Vince Allo. 1 half played here at the Romano. The score, The Tewksbury Redmen 35 and the Billerica Indians 22. Merrimack Valley Conference boys basketball here at the Romano. The 5-14 Billerica Indians at the 1-17 Tewksbury Redmen.
Well, Tewksbury outscored Billerica 14-9 in the first period and 21-13 in that second. Scoring-wise, Crawford with 5 for the Redmen, Carlton with 3. Miller with 6, all 6 of those behind the arc. Monteo with 7, happy birthday, Luke. And Kristen Marsden leading all scores. He had 12 in that first half, 2 from A.J. Sini.
Awesome to see that the Redmen starting off so strong on both sides of the ball through 16 minutes. Nearly gave up an easy 2 to begin the third quarter. But Alex Soler, who was the leading scorer last time they met, can't get the score. They've held him well in check. He shot 11 of 20 in that last matchup against the Redmen.
Not a bad stat line.
But that defense, it's been absolutely clamping up this Billerica offense. Redmen just need to take care of the ball here in the second half in order to get out of here with a victory. And they start with a bucket on offense. Tommy Crawford.
The lefty kiss. Nicely done by Crawford.
Walker tries to answer back at the other end, can't do so.
Great box out by Cuvier. That's why Miller was able to just waltz in untouched to get that defensive rebound, because Cuvier completely sealed off his opponent.
Largest lead of the night for the Redmen, 37-22. The lead is 15. Marston off the catch. Yes, sir! MC for 3. Make it 15 on the night for Christian Marston, who cannot seem to miss from behind the arc.
His 4th-3 of the ball game, making senior night extremely memorable for him thus far.
Inside pass, great defense by Miller, doesn't matter for Martin. Brady, Martin. Tewksbury 40, Billerica 24. A minute 30 into this third quarter. Sullivan nearly got pickpocketed. Able to lead pass for Crawford and blocked. Chuibas for the Indians. Hustle back the other way. Sanlair is blocked at the other end by Cuvier.
It's turned into a block party here at the Romano.
Redmen back on offense, up by 16. The little floater from Crawford gets the friendly bounce. Tommy Crawford.
Crawford now with 9 in the ball game, 4 in the quarter.
And this defense is leading to such good offense. Walker was able to get that over Cuvier, but left it short. It's just his presence are there. It's just
absolutely. They've got an 18-point lead now, Andrew.
Cuvier last out on the Indians. Out of bounds. Redmen ball, 19 seconds on the shot clock. And it's simple as they're making Billerica play their pace.
Yep.
Playing good defense, not turning the ball over, all the keys that you need to do to win a basketball game. Miller, yes sir, it's now his turn. David Miller for 3.
Andrew, question. What time is it?
Still Miller time, Vince.
I'll take it.
Make it another 3 for the M&Ms. 21 is the lead for the Redmen. Cuvier gets another stuff. Hard drive to the bucket by Brune, and he's fouled. Redmen fouls on number 1, Ryan Cuvier, his second personal foul, first team foul. Austin Brune will be at the line with 2 shots.
And before the game started, Andrew, we were talking about the importance of keeping Cuvier out of foul trouble. He's got 2 now in the ball game, but that's something that usually he has in the first period.
And as we get down to the later stretches of these games, we need a big, tall center at 6'3" to come up and do his job. It's nice that he's in the ball game to be able to do so. Cuvier try to get that to Sullivan. We'll go for the Redmen. Out of bounds, Redmen ball.
Billerica coming out in some full court press, trying to change up the tempo a little bit.
Marsden, what a great pass inside for Cuvier, and he goes off the iron. Ryan Cuvier. And I don't know if you saw that little smile he gave back to the bench, Vince, saying, I don't know, but my heart just dropped into my stomach if I missed that. Brune can't make the layup. The defense by David Miller forces the miss. 22 is the lead for the Redmen. Miller left open, top of the key. In and out, nearly went back down. Billerica ball.
And he raises his hands all the way back in the forecourt. just couldn't get a break. That was 3/4 of the way down, and it rattled out.
And then it almost fell back in after it did. The Indians trying to find an answer on offense, but that defense, it's just been so stifling tonight. Cuvier on the interior. This Indians offense just has no room to breathe. Good cut by David Miller to the cup. And the foul will go on the floor. Billerica fouls on number 13, Josiah Twibaz, his first personal foul. First team foul. So the foul goes against Twibaz, his first of the night. Crawford, the inside pass, was looking for Monteo, but he's held up. Halfway through the third. Layup off from Twibaz, who just committed the foul. The Indians just haven't been able to make their shots tonight. And the defense of the Redmen has been all over them. Pass goes the length of the floor. Bruin left open, will take it. No. Monteo grabs the board as he was battling with Martin. And Coach Mastrullo wants to talk it over with the Indians. Timeout, Billerica. Redmen have blown this one open, a 22-point lead with 3:28 remaining in this third quarter.
And they are certainly letting them play here tonight at the Romano. Taking full advantage of that, though. At the offensive end, it's been the perimeter job tonight. Marsden, Miller getting it done on the outside. Crawford getting a nice ball game here. He's got 9, distributing the basketball. And, of course, the tandem on the inside with Monteo and Cuvier. It's a daunting task now for this Billerica ball club, trailing by 22 with 3:28 left in this third period, because we've seen Tewksbury let teams back in time and time again. But there's something different about tonight. They just have things clicking their way.
And if you're able to get around the strong perimeter of the Redmond defense, now you got to go to the interior and deal with Monteo and or Cuvier. And it's just not worked tonight for the Indians. You got to give a good credit to those youngsters in the paint wearing white tonight.
I think they set the tone early on, Andrew, at the defensive end. You know, first 5 or 6 possessions were outstanding defensively with no fouls. And that just says that they were playing the proper technique defensively, and they've carried that through the rest of the way.
And if you're just joining us on Tewksbury TV tonight, my name's Andrew Del Piano, alongside is my partner in crime, Vince Allo. 3:28 remaining in this third quarter. Tewksbury 47, Billerica 25 here on senior night at the Romano. The 5-14 Billerica Indians at the 1-17 Tewksbury Redmen. Miller turns it over, finds the hands of Walker, who works the baseline. The extra pass comes out to Martin. Some good ball movement on this possession by the Indians. Now they'll go the shot up, count the basket, and the foul for Walker. Ryan Walker.
Fouls on A.J. Sini, his second.
Redmond fouls on number 10, A.J. Sini, his second personal foul, second team foul.
Walker had 10 in the
Ryan
first
Walker
half.
will be at the line with 1 shot.
Walker with 10 in that first half to lead the way scoring-wise for Billerica. Looking to make it 13. Does so.
Gets the old school 3-point play as the lead is under 20. It's now 19. Walker gets the steal from behind, or at least he thought so, as now a whistle comes in for a foul. Billerica fouls on number 0, Ryan Walker, his first personal foul, second team foul.
Mark Mastrullo, the coach for Billerica, pleading his case that the official in front of it should have had the call, but he didn't.
Monteo is grabbed on the way to the cup, and it's going to be on the floor.
Be the third on Bruin.
Billerica fouls on number 2, Austin Bruin, his third personal foul, third team foul. The amount to Miller. There he goes. Yes! David Miller for 3.
You know you're feeling it. That thing hadn't even touched the iron yet, and he was in the forecourt. He knew it the minute he left his hands.
Monteo the steal. Going hard with the left hand, off the glass and in. Luke Monteo. Timeout, Billerica. And look at this Redmond Ball Club. They are fired up. Wow, Vince, just wow.
Monteo took that coast to coast, almost like it's a special night for him. He made it special. It's his 16th birthday. And he put a foray on for us right here at the Romano. Got the steal at about the hash mark point of the court on the defensive side of mid-court. Went all the way down the left side of the lane. It just, I don't know how he got that in, but he did. When it's going your way, it's going your way. And you love to see it. This Tewksbury Ball Club has just struggled throughout the season. You know, they've stuck around in a lot of the games. They showed a lot of fight and a lot of heart. And this is the type of game that they definitely deserve. The win over Malden is one thing, but when you're beating your rival like this, that puts it into a completely different stratosphere.
And the fact that they fell to this team earlier in the season by a deficit of 5 points, now they are leading by 24 against Billerica. And we can't say it enough, this ball club has been so fun to watch this season, even though they just have one win this year. They never are out of ball games, and in this one, they never left.
They've been in the driver's seat the entire ball game, and they've had the foot on the gas.
And I don't think Billerica has led at any point of this game either, Vince.
Nope.
Check the clock, 2:25 remaining in this third quarter. Tewksbury 52, Billerica 28. This being on the shades of a blowout and the turnover against Sandler for the travel. Traveling violation, Redmond ball.
It's one thing to get the turnover, it's another thing to capitalize. Let's see if the Redmen can capitalize after getting this turnover here with Cini at the point.
Again, the lead is 24 for the Redmen here on the home floor. Looking for win number 2. In the last home game of the year, Monteo steps out. Out of bounds, Billerica ball.
Billerica collapsed on the double team to Monteo on the left block. That's the opportunity we're there. He has to gather himself and survey. Look around the court. If they're double teaming him, someone's open.
The Indians getting some fresh faces into the ball game, and it's a turnover against them. Out of bounds, Redmond ball. Here's number 5, Matt Barros, the senior forward. Last off of him. Under 2 minutes remaining in this third quarter. All Redmen tonight, 52-28. Crawford nearly had it slapped away by Sandler, but he stays with it. The turnaround jumper hits back iron. The rebound pulled down by number 31, Jason Martin. Sandler, the crossover, and a look at the Euro step there for 2. Alex Sandler.
Sandler with 27 in the previous matchup, his first 2 right there. That's what you call making adjustments. They're not going to let him beat him again.
Marston, another one, bang! MC for 3! And it is just Christian Marston's night.
You got to credit Cini, too. Made the penetration, drew the double team, kicked it over to Marsden. He sets up camp in the corner and converts.
That is a sweet stroke. We've been saying it all year long, and even through last year. Cuvier, careless with the basketball, finds the hands of Sandler. The spin move on Cuvier. Look at this move. Nearly got the circus shot to go in. Last off of Cuvier will stay with Billerica.
I can see how Sandler had the 27 earlier. He's got some handle in his ability to break down the defense, but this Tewksbury defense has held him in check the entire ball game.
43.5 seconds left in this third quarter. Redmond 55, Indians 30 here in the Battle of the Tribes. Out of bounds, Billerica ball.
Sullivan, the nice defense just below us.
Sandler getting open off ball. Trying to break down Sullivan. The kick out, Barros finds himself open, and air ball. Marston, quick uplet. Monteo with the mismatch. And the foul will go against Michael Sullivan, trying to get the offensive board. Redmond fouls on number 13, Michael Sullivan, his first personal foul, third team foul. .15 seconds and counting left in this quarter. The shot clock is dead. Barros, the fake, and the push goes against Monteo, who is not happy. Redmond fouls on number 22, Luke Monteo, his first personal foul, Fourth team foul.
I think he tried to pull the "it's my birthday" card. Didn't work.
Maybe the referees just don't know. Sandler on the baseline, able to get in the scoop layup. Alex Sandler. Sullivan, the three, nearly got it to go, but that is the end of the third quarter. And that's the end of the third quarter, fans. The score, the Tewksbury Redmen 55 and the Billerica Indians 32. So all Redmen in that third quarter. They'll start the fourth with a 23-point lead over the crosstown rivals in the Billerica Indians. We'll take a short break on Tewksbury TV and be right back to close out the fourth quarter here at the Romano on senior night. Good afternoon and welcome back inside the Romano Gymnasium at Tewksbury Memorial High School. Thank you for joining us on Tewksbury TV tonight. A very special night here at the Romano. Senior night for the Redmen boys basketball team. They've dominated play through three quarters to score Tewksbury 55. Billerica 32 as we exit out of the third quarter break. Vince, the Redmen, both ends of the floor. It just looked astonishing tonight is the perfect word to use.
And their offense is really starting to heat up, outscoring the Indians 20-10 in that third period, doubling them up. Marsden with 6, Miller with 6, Crawford with 4. Probably the best quarter we've seen from them all year long.
They'll open up with a 23-point fourth quarter lead. Just wanted to close it out and send the home fans home happy with an early foul against the Indians to start the quarter. Billerica fouls on number 21, Joshua Shinoga, his first personal foul, fourth team foul. Cini will be the inbounder on the baseline. Quick pass to Tommy Crawford, he's blocked. Lankowski getting his hand in on it. And now Crawford able to draw the foul and has to be held back by his teammates. Billerica fouls on number 4, Steven Lankowski, his first personal foul, fifth team foul.
Crawford not at all happy with the hard foul.
And that's not something we usually see from Tommy Crawford.
Yeah, he didn't like that. Don't blame him.
The Indians won't get credit for the defensive rebound on that.
Nope. But Crawford's just got to keep his head in the ball game.
Misses both at the line, though.
Big lead. It's a senior night. Stay focused at the job you've got to finish here tonight.
Well, Crawford will head to the bench for a short time.
And I got to tell you, that is a great move right there by Steve Boudreau. Saw that Crawford was getting a little heated. Calm him down a little bit. Still a lot of time in this ball game, and get him back on the floor.
Lankowski over Carlton is too strong. Cini gets credit for the block from behind. Look at the speed by Ryan Cuvier, the big man, and he'll throw it down. Ryan Cuvier.
And the student section just raised the roof here at the Romano, coast to coast, and the dunk finish by Cuvier.
Oh my goodness, as Lankowski kind of takes the air out of the building with a three. Steven Lankowski for three. And did you see the speed of the big man? Going from coast to coast?
A couple of strides, and he was covering the whole court.
Sullivan, the turnaround. Michael Sullivan.
The intensity has just picked up double here in the last couple of minutes.
No basket. Redmen fouls on number 13, Michael Sullivan, his second personal foul, 15 foul.
We saw earlier in the year where Cuvier had off the out-of-bounds play an opportunity to dunk it, and he missed it. There was no doubt about that one.
And Kish Patel took the words right out of my mouth. It was that 5-point play against Methuen.
Exactly.
That he wish he could have had back. I think he took advantage of the moment. Carlton wants to get in on the action, is in and out on the three. Cuvier a little bit too strong. But what a dunk that was. He even hung on the rim for a little bit. Looked like Spider-Man out there. Travel against Billerica. Yes. Traveling violation, Redmond ball. Timeout, Billerica. So Vince, Cuvier makes the highlight play. You're going to see that all over social media tonight as the junior brings the house down with a two-handed slam for safety.
And as it got to about mid-court, I started saying to myself, is he going to do it? Is he going to do it? Because the defender was right there. He just downshifted and let the RPMs increase and just took it right down the left side of the lane. And that was it. And for show, he hung on the rim a little bit to, let everybody get that IG story.
Perfect way to put it.
I tell you, that's just, in reference to Luke Monteo, the icing on the cake tonight so far for this Redmond Ball Club. Still with 6:17 left. And the thing you really want to keep your eyes on here, Andrew, the rest of the way, is just the intensity and the little bit of testiness going on the floor. I hope the officials and the coaches can keep things under control the rest of the way.
The most important thing is you want to keep your composure. It's a blowout game. You're up by 22. But again, this is still a heated rivalry between these two teams, and you always want to be on the safer side of things and take as much caution as possible between the players.
And for this Tewksbury Ball Club, it's good for them. They needed a game like this. The Malden win was one thing, but like we've talked about, this is the rivalry game. And it goes to show you when you execute how good you can be.
No one's covering Sullivan downfield, I should say. And he lays it in. Michael Sullivan. Crawford was the quarterback, Sullivan the wide receiver as he did so in the fall for football season. Patel in the corner for 3. And Keish Patel for 3.
Full court pressure now by Billerica.
Easily escaped. Miller, he'll work the baseline, try to throw it there. Last off of Billerica. This will get some help up from both sides. Out of bounds, Redmond ball, 19 seconds of the shot clock. Nice to see some good sportsmanship there from Ryan Walker, helping David Miller back to his feet. Carlton's got to get it in. And Coach Boudreau saw the hand go into 5, and we'll call a timeout. Timeout, Redmond. 5:49 remaining in this fourth quarter. The Redmen leading 61-40 over the Billerica Indians. We'll take a short break here on Tewksbury TV and be right back with the final 5:49 of this fourth quarter of play. Hello and welcome back to the Romano Gymnasium at Tewksbury Memorial High School. 5:49 remaining in the fourth quarter of this MVC small matchup between the Billerica Indians and the Tewksbury Redmen. We thank you for spending your time tonight on Tewksbury TV. My name is Andrew Del Piano with Vince Allo. The Redmen leading by 21 over the crosstown rival Billerica Indians. Here in the Battle of the Tribes, as the Redmen looking for win number 2 on the season. Miller, right out of the timeout, lays it in the paint. David Miller.
First non-three-pointer tonight for Miller.
And it was so nice. They came out of the timeout, and they get the easy bucket.
Absolutely, good call.
Denoga, the lefty, hits front rim. Offensive board for Lankowski. Count the hoop and the harm. Steven Lankowski. Redmond fouls on number 3, Brian Carlton, his first personal foul, 6th foul. Steven Lankowski will be at the line with 1 shot.
Lankowski getting into it a little bit with Carlton. He was going at it with Crawford earlier.
Gets the 3-point play to go. 63-43, the advantage for the Tewksbury Redmen. With 5:15 remaining in this ball game. Miller in front of the student section. Hits back iron. Monteo battles for the board and he gets it. And 1 for Luke Monteo, the birthday boy. Luke Monteo.
Dun, 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 dun.
Billerica fouls on number 21, Joshua Sanoga, his second personal foul, 6th foul. Luke Monteo will be at the line with 1 shot.
Monster move on the inside by Monteo.
You think he's got a hot streak going on over the last 2 games, Vince?
Yeah, he's certainly putting it together to, get his career off on the right track.
Walker off from the wing. Offensive board as Billerica tries to answer with a 3-point play of their own, but nevertheless, St. Lair will get 2. Redmond fouls on number 21, David Miller. his first personal foul, team limit. Billerica is now in a 1-1 bonus.
You think Monteo is only a sophomore?
Alex Sanlair will be at the line with 2 shots.
Just a sophomore, so he is definitely going to improve the next 2 years.
First of the night against Miller. Billerica is now in a bonus situation. Sanlair swishes both. 66-44 the score. Redmond just 5 minutes away from victory number 2 here in the final home game of the season on senior night. Monteo double teaming to the baseline, throws it into the hands of Walker. Now the home run pass. Sanlair regains possession. Nice move to get around Carlton. Alex Sanlair.
Now he up to 8 in the ball game for Sanlair.
And Carlton works his way through the defense. Makes the smart play and throws it off of Patel. Out of bounds, Redmond ball. Number 5, Roman Lorick will come into the ball game.
Cini back in, replacing Monteo and Carlton.
Cini, the ball handler. Redmond with a 20-point lead with 4:15 left in this game. Pass to the corner from Miller. And the foul from behind against Roman Lorick. Redmond fouls on number 5, Roman Lorick, his first personal foul, team limit. So now the Indians will go to the line to shoot free throws from here on out.
Miller had one thing on his mind.
Joshua Shinoga will be at the line with a 1-1.
As soon as he got that pass on the right wing, Miller was letting it fly. And again, second time here in this second half, it's been in and out for Miller.
Shinoga was the one fouled by Lorick. Misses the first, doesn't earn a second, but Lorick throws it away. Out of bounds, Billerica ball. And we got some youngsters in the ball game for the Redmond, A.J. Cini and Roman Lorick. Lorick is a junior, Cini is a sophomore. Hopefully looking at the future of this ball club in the coming years. But halfway through the fourth. Marsden in the corner. M&M, they've kind of gone cold here in the fourth quarter a little bit. Still leading comfortably by 20. Patel in the corner again. Last off of Billerica. Out of bounds, Redmond ball. So the Redmen will empty out the bench a little bit. Miller and Marsden. Excuse me, Coach Boudreau is going to take out his 3 seniors here. I don't know if this is one final farewell, if they'll get one more chance in the ball game. But the Redmen empty out the bench. Cini turns it over. Lankowski can't convert, but Sanlair is right there to pick it up. Alex Sanlair. So now we'll get a real look here at the future of Redmond basketball. Colin Caggiano up with the left, off. Offensive board by Cini, tracking it down. Lorick will set his feet from 3. Caggiano the offensive board. And a fresh 30 for the Redmen. Redmen have Cini, Carlton, Caggiano, Lorick, and Wen. Cini, last off of Caggiano as he tipped it out of bounds. Saying, my bad on that one. Out of bounds, Billerica ball. 3 minutes to play in the fourth. Tewksbury 66, Billerica 48. Time winding down here at the Romano. Good drive by Walker as he's fouled on the way to the cup. Redmond fouls on number 10, A.J. Cini, his 3rd personal foul, team limit. Ryan Walker will be at the line with 2 shots.
Walker had 10 in that first half, only 3 here in the second half.
And I thought it was supposed to be a 2-shot foul, but I guess not. Apologies on that one. 2:30 left in this game. 66-48 the score. Brian Carlton with 8 to shoot. Caggiano the fake, drops it off for Lorick. And the baby floater, yes. Roman Lorick. Off the great feed by Caggiano. Layup at the other end by Lankowski. Steven Lankowski. And the thing that's been most impressive about the second half of the Redmen, they haven't turned the ball over.
Exactly.
Coach Boudreau going to use a timeout. Just going to be a quick substitution timeout. Timeout, Redmen. Just going to be a substitutional timeout here as number 14, Evan Mendonca, checks in for the Redmen. Under 2 minutes remaining in this fourth quarter. The Redmen, it just hasn't been one of their most impressive seasons in the last couple of years. Still trying to rebuild this program.
But anytime you can get that rivalry win emphatically, it certainly helps the cause.
And you would definitely call it an upset tonight, as Billerica had the better record, had the win over them last time they met. So this got to feel good for the Redmen Ball Club as they go into the final game of the year against Malden in the coming days. Lankowski is hot in the fourth. Steven Lankowski for 3.
He's got 11 in the ball game, all 11 here in this fourth period.
The lead trimmed to 15. Last off of the Redmen. Out of bounds, Billerica ball.
Well, nobody told Billerica this game was over.
Good to see their starters still playing hard, as this is their last game of the season, Vince. Lankowski turns it over into the hands of the other number 4, Colin Caggiano. 1:10 remaining. Here, left here for Redmen boys basketball at the Romano. Caggiano took that extra step, whistled for the travel. Traveling violation, Billerica ball. So Vince, as we look into the future of Redmen basketball, hopefully this team can build from the ground up. Not the season they definitely expected this year. Only going to have 2 wins this season, hopefully 3. Expecting they take down Malden in the coming days, as Kenny Nguyen wanted in on the block party tonight. Redmen fouls on number 5, Roman Lorick, his second personal foul, team limit. Alex Sandler will be at the line with 2 shots.
And you're right, Andrew. The key part of this takeaway, the key takeaway for this Redmen Ball Club is that they're young. I mean, they do have those 3 seniors that are vital to this ball club, but so many youngsters and underclassmen got a lot of playing time this year, and they can only carry that into the future.
Sandler. Able to cut this to a 14-point game. So Redmen just trying to get rid of the rest of this clock. When the turnover, all the way up to Walker, who hits it off the high glass with a putback good for Barros. Matthew Barros. Caggiano didn't see his man there, as the Indians trying to get some more points on the board with 15 seconds left in this ball game. St. Clair is short on the 3. Carlton's going to grab the board but turn it over. The Redmen getting sloppy here in the few final seconds as the clock will wind down. The shot is off from Lankowski, and that's the ball game. And that's the end of the ball game. Redmen win. The final score, the Tewksbury Redmen 68 and the Billerica Indians 56. Fans, thank you for your support all season long of the Redmen boys basketball team. Let's give one more round of applause for the class of 2022 senior basketball players and senior cheerleaders. Again, fans, thank you for joining us tonight at the Romano Gymnasium. Please drive home safely. Good night. So Vince, that'll put a close on the season for home games here at the Romano for the Redmen boys basketball team. They go to 2-17 this year. On Sunday, they will go to Malden to close out their season. As for Billerica, their season ends with a 5-15 record. But what a win it was from them tonight, picking up a 12-point victory here on senior night against the crosstown rival Billerica Indians.
From the jump, it started with defense, and they carried that momentum throughout the entire ball game, and it's like their perimeter offense followed suit. But that's how you get off to good starts in rivalry games, is with defensive intensity, and this Redmen ball club came out of the gate on fire at that end of the floor.
And of course, we want to thank the 3 seniors tonight for the Tewksbury Redmen: Tommy Crawford, Christian Marsden, and David Miller. We wish you the best on your future in college, the workforce, the military, whatever it is for these 3 young men. We're sure that they'll go on to do great things in the world after high school.
Yep.
Your final score: Tewksbury 68, Billerica 56. That's our last time here at the Romano for boys basketball this season. The girls have one more home game coming up that'll close out our coverage of Redmen basketball this season. So we'll see you then. Your final one more time: Tewksbury 68, Billerica 56. For our entire crew at Tewksbury TV, Andrew Del Piana and Vince Allo saying so long from the Romano Gymnasium. Good night and enjoy the rest of your Thursday.